Hi friends, it's Ellie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about my reading plans for the second half of the month. In the first half of the month, I've been participating in the May of the Moderns Readathon and the Historical Fiction Readathon. And I would like, in these next 2 weeks, I would like to read more historical fiction books and also some moderns books that have been published between 1900 and 1950. And also I would love to participate in Springathon, and also I would like to read some short stories for Short Story May. For the historical fiction readathon, I would love to complete two prompts. The first one is to read a book about a period you are not very familiar with, and for this I've chosen A New Start for the Wrens, which takes place during World War II. It's about a group of girls who work as wrens for the government, and during that time they get to form a very strong friendship, which helps them to overcome the difficulties of living in that really difficult time. And the second prompt that I would love to fulfill is read a work of historical fiction with a speculative element. And I was thinking about what to read because I haven't read many books, I think, with a speculative element. And then I remember a book that I've been wanting to read since a long time because it has made me very curious. I've heard that the writing style is similar to Jane Austen's writing style, and also it sounds fantastic. The name of the book is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. It's about two magicians, and they started to practice magic again in England at the beginning of the 1800s, where there was no magic at all for a long time. Jonathan Strange is really interested in dark magic, and he has not so many scruples, it seems, as Mr. Norrell. But Mr. Norrell takes him as a pupil, and I am very curious to see what is going to happen. This is a book that is more than 1,000 pages, so that would complete the bonus prompt to read a book with more than 500 pages. But I doubt that I will be able to complete it in May. But I'm very excited to finally start reading this book, and I am also listening to the audiobook, so I think that will make it easy for me to be able to read more pages. And so I'm really excited about this book. I would love to hear if you have read it and if you enjoy it. And for Short Stories May, I am going to read from two short story collections. The first one is A Study in Sherlock. It is a collection of short stories inspired in the Sherlock Holmes canon, and there are some very well-known authors that have written stories for this collection. Alan Bradley, the creator, the author of the Flavia de Luce series, then also Jacqueline Winspear and Neil Gaiman. So I would love to read at least some of the stories from this collection. And also the second collection, it's a book that has me very excited because I didn't know that Lucy Maud Montgomery, the writer, the author of Anne of Green Gables, has written more than 500 stories. This collection has stories that were published between 1902 and 1903, some of her best stories, so I'm really curious to read these stories. Then two books that I definitely want to read during spring. The first one is Elizabeth and Her German Garden by Elizabeth von Arnim. I've read one of her books in April, The Enchanted April, and it was wonderful, lovely. It is so far my favorite book, and so it is a very short book, so I am sure that I will be able to complete it, and it also has lots of nature writing, I think. So I am really excited to finally read this book. And the second book is the third book in the Harwood Hotel series. This is a really charming, lovely middle grade series. I've read the first two ones. There's one for autumn, then one for winter, and now this for spring. So I am looking forward to read this book. They are very relaxing, cute, charming. For a springathon, I will be reading Small Bodies of Water. This is a collection of interconnected essays, and this is the group read for Springathon, and it sounds really intriguing and poetic. And the description of the book says, these essays explore the bodies of water that separate and connect us, as well as everything from migration, food, family. It waves together personal memories, dreams, and nature writing. It sounds really good. For May of the Moderns, I'm going to read Miss Mull, which was published in 1930, and it is about a woman who has been a companion for elderly ladies for more than 20 years, and this has been a very difficult situation for her because that's not an easy job at all. But all the time she could deal with the different difficulties that she had to face because she has a great lively imagination. That reminds me very much of Anne of Green Gables, so I am very curious to see if there are some parallels between the two. And also it takes place in a small village on the countryside. After 20 years she is going to have another kind of job with a reverend and his family, and also I'm hoping that there will be a great change for her and that improves her life. It also reminds me of Miss Pettigrew, which is one of my favorite books. I think most of these books I will be listening to the audiobook, so I think that will help me to complete this reading list for May. I am really excited to complete this list, and I would love to hear which have been your favorite books so far in May, and I will be seeing you very soon with another bookish video. Bye!